Blue Man's Amateur Radio Club net tonight. No, it's Rod, and I'll be assuming the call sign VK2HZ. And any people would like to come into the net, VK2HZ.
VK2 Juliet Delta Whiskey Mobile.
VK2 JDW Mobile. Good evening, anybody else? Well, good evening there. I haven't noted down your name yet, so you might want to refresh my memory.
Yeah, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable. G'day there, Rod. Name's Lewis, Lima Echo Whiskey India Sierra. I'm from up the Central Coast. Usually call in every Wednesday night on my way to work out at Penrith, but I'm not sure if you're on the repeater still, like doing the repeater, but you've done a good job, mate. 90% signal into the Central Coast on the Blue Mountains repeater at the moment. On mobile in Sydney at the moment, but the repeater's also in the mobile situation, picking up from probably Sumsbury right through to Sydney. A few dead spots there going through the hills, but it's working fine from up that end there, Rod. Back to you.
Okay there, Lewis. Thanks for coming back. And yeah, I'll have a look at your signal in reverse, and yeah, you're not too far away from me. Here, so just to being on the M4, not too far from Wetmerfield Prospect area. So, at the time, yeah, well, actually, if you're on the HF net last night, I did actually listen in to start with, but my antenna blew down, or it broke. One of the ropes holding it up broke, and one end fell on the ground, so I put the rest of it on the ground. If it's on the ground, it can't go anywhere else until I can do something about it. But I could actually hear everybody with the antenna on the ground, but no one could hear me. But you know, it was not about 2S points down or something. But anyway, not to worry. Thanks for joining the 2-minute net tonight. That was my view of the HF net. Just had dinner. Just having a look at the radar. It's not too bad around Sydney for the next while. A bit down at the Gong, a little bit up in the up north of Gosford, but that's about it as far as the rain goes at the moment. Any other takers like to join the Blue Mountains Amateur Radio Club net? Please go now. VK2WLF. Hi, good evening, Danny. Hope you're well. I did hear you last night on the HF net. My antenna, when that storm on the day before, knocked it down to the ground. But I can still hear everybody. Hope you're well, and so forth. I'll put it over to you. We've got Lewis as well on there. VK2WLS, VK2 Hotel Zulu.
VK2 Hotel Zulu, VK2WLS. Thanks there, Rod. Good evening, Lewis. Hope all is well. Yeah, not a lot to add to tonight's net. Just thought I'd call in. Still trying to deal with a 847 that won't connect to a computer, but going to send that off to Hill to see if he can let me know if the radio is in fact working. Other than that, yeah, it's been pretty quiet. So sorry, Rod, not much to add tonight, but you can put my name on the list. VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 WLS in the group.
VK2WLS, VK2 Hotel Zulu. Okay there, Danny. 847. I've got 857 in the car. It also depends on your comms cable. You might have already played with all this, but and your comms set up on the computer. I've got a 440 and a 7800 and the 857 and things like that. They all have slightly different requirements. And it usually comes down to if you're using a USB port, the USB to serial adapter, if that works. Now if you've got one of your radios, if you've got more than one radio and you've got one of them that does work, you can actually talk to a radio with your computer, and you're using the same type of USB serial converter, that bit works. But it could be I found when I got my the 857 or might be, so it was a USB to serial, I think, for the 440 at the time, which is separate to the actual comms cable that plugs into the radio. That the soldering had some dry joints inside the thing, so it wouldn't work. It worked sort of one way. It was a one-way thing. So one of the transistors in there, touch it up with the soldering iron a bit and so forth. And dry joints will do it. Usually what I find, connectors, if something plugs in, check the plugs, check the sockets, check that they actually got the communications chip in the radio, because some radios are an optional extra, but all the new ones should be okay. The chip that does it could be faulty, because someone could have blown on it, stuck the too high voltage on the receive or transmit pins if they're not protected. But anyway, enough babble. Lewis, you must be getting close now. I suppose you only got about 5 or 10 minutes ago. VK2 JDW Mobile, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable.
Yeah, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 Juliet Delta Whiskey. About 5 minutes to go there, Rod. And g'day, Danny. Hope you sort that little problem out. I had that on the 7000, but found it was in the settings in the com. There's a different setting in the comms that I had to change, and that all worked fine. On the newer one, the 7410, it's just plug in and it just recognises it, which it was good. But yeah, they're fun playing with the comms on that. If you can get HRD working, then your serial's all right. But hope you work it out anyway there, and get it up and running, get a bit of digital or something like that. But pretty good. But yeah, there's shame your aerial's down there, Rod, because there's some great Europe coming in the mornings. I got on 40 metres this morning, worked about 9 European stations, just on 100 watts from home, and there was a couple of foundation licensed guys on there at Calden as well, and they made some nice trips into Europe. So there's a bit of skip starting to roll in the mornings from Europe, and yeah, it was quite good there. I'll bid this my last one. I've got to meet my son-in-law in about 2 minutes, so we'll say 73s. Thanks for running the net there, Rod, and hopefully we'll catch you all next week. VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 Juliet Delta Whiskey. We'll be on the side just listening.
What was that skip for the, was that on 40 or 20?
That was on 40 metres this morning on around the 7150 mark. Probably about 6 o'clock this morning. They were spoke to Germany and a few other close bys, and they were 5915. So it's really picking up the last couple of mornings. So things are looking good.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that's where I get up. I get up at 6 and have breakfast, and I usually stick the laptop on and plug the TV antenna into it, converter. So I look at the Currajong site. Main TV looks at Sydney, but I look at Currajong on the laptop. It's a bit of it's outside the service area, but I just that way I know it's working. Okay. I'll pass over to Daddy in case he's got any comments to make to you, and before you give it away. VK2WLS, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal.
Yeah, thanks Rod. Thanks for all that there, Lewis. I'm using a cable from RT Systems, so it shouldn't be the cable. I think it's more a computer issue I'm having. It's a cheap Harvey Norman computer, and I'm finding a few funny things there, but hopefully I'll get it sorted soon and yeah, get on the digital and things like that. So anyway, have a good day at work there, good evening at work there, Lewis, and catch you next week, over.
Yeah, no problems there, Denny. Take care and hope you get it all sorted out shortly. Cheers for now, guys, and catch you all next week.
Danny, is that a laptop or is it a PC?
No, it's a PC, Rod. It's a, what do they call them? Yeah, it's a PC from Harvey Norman. A compact. It's a compact, over.
It's a HP compact. Yeah, I've got a HP. It's not from Harvey Norman. I get all mine second hand, but this is had Windows 7 on it. It's got I think it's a quad core one. This one, and the other one in the other room's a dual core or something or other. I got my daughter to do some work on. It's one of the elites or something. It's got an i5 in this one. The other one's not an i5. But yeah, the radio stuff works well on this one. It's got an i5 in it, and I put Windows 10 on it, and it still will work. So I made a complete backup of I actually put another hard drive, and I copied, image it all over to the new hard drive. So I still got the Windows 7 drive, the original one, and I then run the new drive with Windows 10 on it, just in case it didn't work. I can just swap drives and don't worry about Windows 10, for example, but I can do that. Yeah, so this all works. Yeah, so when you get Hill to look at it, he was probably give him the cable that you're using as well. He might have one for his radio or whatever, I don't know. The cable and maybe a copy of the software if it's anything different to what he's got. And he should try it on his PC thing to see if we can get it to work on there, then probably go to yours. But that way you sort of know, hey, you can get it to work. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of different bits and pieces, settings on both ends, and then there's hardware and cables and connectors and dry joints and missing hardware, faulty hardware. Just isolating it all down. Anyway, this is the Blue Mountains Amateur Radio Club Net. Any other takers tonight? Please call in now. VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal.
VK2 AOR, VK2 RAG.
Is that RHE?
Bob.
I know it's AOR, but there was another call sign, RHE or something. Doesn't matter. G'day, Bob. Hope you're good. Down times. Hope you're well. Haven't heard you for a while. Yeah, I was on the HF net last night, but I was listening, or I did put a few calls out, and after rang the tuner up to tune it, because the antenna's on the ground, and I can still hear people when the antenna's on the ground, and I can still tune it when it's on the ground. Actually, Irish Joe was the strongest signal to me, strangely enough, because if he's got a bit of a ground wave to me, they're probably drilling it through the ground. Yeah, I'll pass it over to Bob. JDW is just signing, or he might be still listening, but he's signing. He's minutes away, or has got to his work. You've got Danny there, and me and yourself there, Bob. So take it away, VK2 AOR, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal.
Good evening, Rod. VK2 TTL, VK2 AOR. I was just saying via VK2 RAG
the UHF repeater on the Central Coast. VK2, Roger, I'm not sure if you're using Hotel Zulu or TTL, so I'll call it TTL at this stage. VK2 AOR returning. Ah, okay, Hillary's having a night off by the sound of it, and haven't done a great deal with radio, but I was just listening on this repeater, on this radio, 7800, with the disc on it, and I'm receiving the repeater with 3 bars, but I can't get back into it. I'm in the process of putting up a vertical antenna, which I'm hoping that might overcome the challenges there. Not much else. Still running backwards and forwards to Sydney, which is wearing me out quite quickly. But nothing much else to report at this stage. VK2 TTL, VK2 AOR. VK2 AOR, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal. Yeah, find one there, Bob. All noted, that you can receive it. Okay, yeah. So that's good. Good to hear there, running backwards and forwards. I don't know how long you'll continue doing that, but I'm sure you continue doing that as long as necessary. It is necessary to do. Yeah, so not sure what else to add at the moment. Yeah, Danny's just he's got a issue with his radio talking to the computer. Put it in there. But JDW's arrived at work, and I'm home from work. I actually left nearly on time this afternoon. So I hit all the awful traffic on James Roos. So it was a bit slow. A bit of Victoria Road is a bit slow too, but anyway, it's all boring. Any other takers for the Blue Mountains Amateur Radio Club net, please go now. Heard no audio. Was there someone attempting? Alright, back to you, Danny. You can say hello to Bob. And so forth. VK2 WLS, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal.
VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 WS. No, is that right? G'day there, Bob. Hope all is well. Yeah, the travelling to and back from Sydney, I guess can get a little bit annoying with the traffic and especially with the wet weather and that, but hopefully it's all work out soon. So yeah. Yeah, not much more to chat about, sorry fellas. It's been pretty quiet this week, so I might call it a night there, Rod. I've just replied to an email from Hill on the list. He wanted to know if anybody had taken it up, so I'd let him know you've done it, and yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Rod. VK2 TTL, VK2 WLS.
VK2 WLS, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable. Yes, okay, yeah, I only replied to that email like 1:45. I didn't really look at it. I looked at the emails on lunchtime, about 1:30 or something like that. Then I got around to there's something I look at something in that traffic. No, I didn't look at it on the way home. I just happened to look at it on the phone then in the spare minute. I said, oh, okay, Hill. I'll reply back by email. I know you probably won't see it. But anyway, here I replied back. So there. He sent 2 emails. I don't know if they were both public. I know they sent one to me. Then might have been one public, I don't know. Didn't look at it that closely. I probably didn't respond, but if you want quick responses from me, you have to ring me or SMS me. And even the SMSs, if you know the character of SMSs, is that you can send them out. Doesn't mean A, that it's going to get anywhere, and B, people may not read them till later on, like an email, like me. Whatever's happening at the time is probably more important around you. People talking to you or what you're doing. But anyway, you'll get looked at eventually. Yeah, so that's how I treat SMSs and emails. And it's a bit annoying if you're actually in conversation. It's a bit of a rant, but if you're actually in conversation, that and someone's phone rings or SMSs go off and people pull their phones out when they're talking to you, or something, that's quite annoying, isn't it? People aren't prioritising. That when you're with someone personally, it's usually more important than secondary communication. But anyway, it's just my little point of view. Anyway, over to Bob. Since I had my rant, Bob, you can rant on something, or maybe something nice. VK2AOR. Hope your other half is well. VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable.
VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 AOR. We're both having some difficulty with our legs, so that's a little bit of a challenge at the moment. But I was just wondering, before Danny goes, how's he going with his satellite setup? I've now got mine back up and working, and had a couple of good contacts the other day. A couple of weeks ago I had a contact into the States at around about 11 o'clock at night using 2 watts, 2.5 watts, and they were quite surprised over there that they could actually hear my voice above the noise, and that was really interesting. He said, I can see you've got S9 of noise, and then I like your signal coming in over the top of it. So must have been a good path, and it occasionally happens if you listen around about that time. Haven't heard the Europeans yet that Lewis was talking about, but I've got a few jobs on at the moment, so I don't have time to play around in the morning. But Lewis is just coming home, so he's having fun in the car, I guess, or maybe even doing it when he gets home. Okay, back to you, Rod. VK2 TTL, VK2 AOR.
Yeah, fine there, Bob. VK2 AOR, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable. I'm using the club course on. Lewis said on 40 metres at around 6 o'clock in the morning or so. So if you happen to be in the car then, you can try your the 40 metre antenna, 7150 plus. So that's what he was saying in Germany and stuff. But you know, just because it does it one day doesn't mean it does it another. But it might hold up this week for a few days. So yeah, if I can get around to putting my 40 metre antenna back on the car, I'll take it off and it sort of stays off, and I'll put it on. But yeah, seems to work alright on 40. I've got a bit of an earth issue in the car with it, so I'll have to look at that sometime. I was going to probably look at that on the weekend, but I'll probably have to put the antenna back up on the weekend at home instead. Probably there's always things to do. Okay. There, Bob. And Danny said he's signed as well, so I'll just make sure in a minute. So this is the Blue Mountains Amateur Radio Club Net. usually on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Join us. Over to you, Danny. If you're still there, you'll say something. If not, you won't say something. VK2WIS, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal.
VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2WLS. I'm still listening, there, Hill. Sorry, Rod. Bob, yeah, I'm having difficulties with the 847 again. I'm using the cable from RT Systems, USB to serial port cable, and the 847 doesn't want to talk to the radio. No, the 847 is the radio, and it doesn't want to talk to the computer, or the computer doesn't want to hear it. So still doing all that, and yeah, haven't got any further with the. I need a big hole dug in the backyard so I can bury the base of the tower. That's what's holding me up at the moment. I'll be putting my satellite antennas up and getting the radio to talk. I'm just not having any luck with that radio, getting it to talk. I think it's more a computer issue, but getting Hill to run some tests on the radio for me, hopefully in the next few weeks, and we'll see what it is. But my money is on the computer issue. But yeah, other than that, glad you've been making some contacts on the satellite. I will have my gear up one day, I guess. VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 WLS in the group.
Waiting to get into it. Yeah, have to get the supporting thing put up here, satellite stuff. Any other persons want to join the club net, please go now. Okay, Bob, you want to put in the finals for the club net tonight, and it sounds like you're at home then, enjoying the evening. Say hi to Louise for me as well when you go back out, or get a cuppa or something. VK2 AOR, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portal.
VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 AOR. Yeah, okay, thanks, Rod. Was interesting. Just before I go, Danny, with your 847, yeah, it's more than likely the computer, and it can be, it might be the cable, but if you follow the very specific rules, I think, that are in the operations manual, you should be pretty right, generally speaking. But given the problems that might raise their head, that's a bit of a challenge. Hope Hillary can sort that out for you. I think he's quite a capable person, operator, and he should be able to sort that out for you. It was interesting, the show on 60 Minutes, I think it was, last Sunday night, about the phone IMI catches, the IMI numbers, and being able to download all the data and listen to conversations and read emails and stuff like that that are being used. I'll just leave it at that, and thanks for letting me in, and hope everyone's well in your households as well. So 73's there, Rod and Danny, and anyone else there, shortwave listeners listening. Okay, back to you, Rod. VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable, VK2 AOR.
VK2AR, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable. Okay, also I talked to Brad a few days ago as well. Alright, let's see, I didn't see the 60 minutes Army thing, but yeah, there's all that sort of thing's been around for a while, you know, and even way back in the analog days, there was some of that going on. You could do it, but you know, there was less of it because you know you can get the fancy machines a bit easier today, and back then, yeah, the machines to do that people sort of purpose built. But today, you know, they're mass produced in China and flogged off. But yeah. Okay, Bob. Thanks for joining the net, and I'll say 73s to you, and Danny, I'll say 73s to you as well. You have a good evening, and I'll just let you say the last words for the night, VK2 WLS, in response to Bob, if required, VK2 Hotel Zulu Portable.
No worries there, Rod. Well, thanks for running the net tonight. And Bob, good to hear you, and hope to hear you again next week. And yeah, that's it from me. So I'll let Rod close the club net and talk to you all next week. 73.
Well, thanks there, Danny. I didn't enter into the what to do for fixing your radio thing because, as you know, there's so many different variables that it'll just bore everyone to tears if they're not interested. So, yeah, if Hill said he's going to do it, well, we'll let Hill go and do it. And, I'm sure he would have looked at a few things. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining in. I'm now closing that at 20, well, what says 2033, but I'm sure it's 2032 because it's fast. I'll close it at 2032. And thanks for Lewis and Danny and Bob for participating tonight, and all the VHF listeners. They're not shortwave listeners, but they're VHF listeners. For at least listening tonight anyway. If you can't participate, you might be busy doing something else, which is fair enough. And gee, my call sign now, VK2TTL, and I might put the kettle on. I think it's a good idea. 73s from VK2TTL.
23's Rod, thanks for picking up the gap when Hillary couldn't do it tonight. So, okay, 73s to all, VK2 AOR going clear and dropping this link.
Hi, Danny.
Right, Rod.
Reflector 9501, link clear.
CTMS commands enabled.
Connecting to Echo Link G4NKP. Connected. G4NKP. Disconnected.